Hello, YouTube, and I just wanted to talk about the State of the Union rebuttal that the Republicans put on. Truth is, I'm not a political person. I got this little cat jacket. At the end of the day, I just want to overview what she basically talked about and whether or not it was a solid argument against everything that Biden's been doing. Let's just get right into it. Her name is Katie Britt, and she was in Alabama Senate with 2 kids, and her whole thing basically is Biden's making our government less secure by ruining our economy, basically, and also making the border worse by, basically breaking it down a little bit. Those were just the main points, honestly. It was short and simple, like 17 minutes. She talked about Iran and China, too. I just really wanted to talk about just the border crisis and the economy, which was, the main points that I got out of it. But basically, he has been suspending deportations, halting construction, and he has done 94 executive actions in the first 100 days of him in office. She got into the sex trafficking and talking about sex trafficking and the R word, fentanyl and murders. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about this because too many people really have a super, super, super strong opinion on the border when they are not there at the border to really see these issues for themselves. I'm not trying to defend any political party per se. I am, I guess, a libertarian. I'm in the middle when it comes to a lot of things, and I have my own personal beliefs that kind of stick out from Democrats and Republicans. I think a lot of Democrats, they really want the border to be taken down, and they really want people to come into the country. My issue with that whole thing is, why are you trying to take the border down when you can just come into the country legally? I understand some people can't come into the country legally, but the thing is, a lot of these people are criminals. I'm not saying every one of them is. Sure, a good mass of people they're not criminals and they're just trying to have a better life. But there's a good portion of people bringing in drugs into our country and into our cities. And I mean, I'm not going to get too into it, but I could just right now get something that came straight from Mexico. If I really looked around, in my town, homeless people have stuff too. And if it's that easy to sneak drugs in and stuff, it just makes our community worse. It makes our lives worse. In these people, a lot of them are just trying to make a profit, and they're trying to do a lot of negative things. My issue is, a lot of people say that we're kind of brutal when it comes to taking down people that are being deported or whatever, but they knew the risks. So why is everyone freaking out that they're being deported when they understood the risks of coming into our country? No, yeah, I just want to talk about that. And also, there is sex trafficking going on our border, and there's a lot of people being sexually assaulted from people that are coming out of our country. They aren't in the country, but they come into the country and then end up doing these things. It really pisses me off because it's you're gonna let this shit slide? Really? I mean, I kind of agreed on the border crisis a little bit when it comes to that. I wrote a little bit of some notes, but she talked about the economy, the cost of living's been up, and the inflation has been up, and also I guess the police have been defunded. That's where I wanted to talk about the police, because I don't understand why everyone wants the police to be defunded when every single state is different, every single region is different in our country. You don't know what problems other cities are facing, so when you have a whole worldwide defund the police movement, it makes everyone just want to defund the police. It enables criminals, literally. It enables criminals to do more things. A lot of places in our country are poor, and a lot of places have so much crime going on, and then you got a group of people from the same city saying, defund the police. It's like an excuse to just get drugs. Seriously. And I get so pissed about it because it's you don't know what the police are. You don't know who these police are, what their lives are like. And that's why there's a process of getting hired as a police, and our culture is changing generationally, and it's just constantly moving in different directions. How many cops do you actually think are bad? How many? Very few. And it's just like that anywhere else. And I think a lot of people have to fixate on certain incidents when we have body cam footage and we have court for that. That's how our country works. So why you gotta defund the police? Oh yeah, that's basically it. And my opinion, just the whole State of the Union was so wonky, and it felt like I was watching a WWE speech from Cody Rhodes or something cursed, yeah, America, yeah. But he didn't actually go into too much detail in the State of the Union. It actually kind of pissed me off because He's not really that good of a president because all the stuff he was saying, any president could have said in State of the Union. Nothing new came out of Biden's speech. And if you're gonna think I'm like more Republican, then let me talk about the Republicans a little bit so you guys don't freak out on me. Just my personal critiques on the Republican Party is they focus on a lot of things and emphasize a lot of things that I don't per se agree with, I guess. But they're definitely tamer and more, I don't know if they're more constructive actually. They not really. Everyone from every side sucks, but a lot of Republicans I feel like they're pro-American and like, yay, yay America and stuff like that in a whole different way than the Democrats. But the issue with Republicans is I just think every single person needs to be more open-minded and needs to understand that these are all individuals and you can't just group people by their political party. It pisses me off. And that's really all I had to say, so thank you.